3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Rundown. First of the year, January 3rd, 2022.
This rundown is brought to you by MVMT. Always use protection. We all know this, but sometimes we forget while doing the thing we all love most, scrolling on our phones, binging our favorite shows, or inevitably spending lots of time in front of our digital screens. MVMT is here to make sure you're practicing safe scrolling with their best-selling EverScroll blue light filtering glass. I have MVMT. They're fantastic.
They're great.
White ones.
Great.
The good thing about MVMT, because it's good that it does protect you from the screen, but it makes you look cool as well. Because sometimes glasses, usually, remember 4 eyes was a thing?
Yeah,
Crazy that used to get made fun of for wearing glasses. Just because you can't see. But MVMT is fantastic. The EverScroll is what you should be getting. Crafted with their top material, MVMT eye scrolls filter out nearly 90% of most intense blue light rays and feature anti-glare lenses for elevated comfort. If you want to protect your eyes with the style that doesn't break the bank, then join the movement and get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/rundown. That is mvmt.com/rundown. All right, today we're starting off with Antonio Brown. Whew. Crazy bastard. He's a crazy fuck. But I did like he let everything, he went shirtless. He looks good.
Yeah,
he's in phenomenal shape. I don't think anyone.
Pardon my take, had the Uber guy on.
Danny Boy Hustle Hard.
That guy's unbelievable.
Legend.
Go viral out here. It's nothing short but viral. Hey, Bizzle, talk to him, Cheech. Come on, baby.
Man, listen, this is going to make my neck.
You know what time it is.
I'm telling you, he's going to come out of this a bigger star than Antonio Brown.
Oh, yeah. He was videotaping the entire
This guy,
time.
he's everybody's personal driver. Name a famous athlete in New York. He's their driver.
He was looked like Antonio Brown, scored 9 touchdowns that game.
I'll tell you what, normally you think you would be in the back of that cab, freaking out. He's just relaxed, scrolling.
Maybe he was because it probably felt like a prison where he was playing. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, most people when they have these big uproot, whatever, these big breakout things that happen, they just disappear. He posted 3 times on Instagram since then. He immediately went on and posted a Fashion Nova ad, literally within hours of the game. I respect it.
It's smart. He just he doesn't give a fuck.
At all.
Nope.
But what I was saying, you guys don't agree. Tommy, I want to know do you think he'll play again?
No shot.
I think he will.
No shot.
I think maybe.
No shot.
I don't think anybody can take a chance on him.
He's going to be too old to take a chance on him.
He's so talented enough. I think if he took 6 months, I don't know if he would need to go to some sort of
This was that redemption. This was that redemption. And it worked. He won a Super Bowl.
With the Super Bowl,
it worked. I'm saying, what's his motivation to come back also?
It's tough to break. Brady kind of was the resurrection product. Now he's broken that already.
See, next year he doesn't play, but towards the end of the season, someone gets hurt. It's Antonio Brown's still.
It's not worth screwing up the locker room. Because he's only going to want to come play for a winning team anyway.
Yeah.
I think he'd have to be. I think he'd have to be an off-season acquisition. I don't think he could be a mid-season guy.
And I think it's more he also wouldn't want to go back. If he's leaving this situation with the Bucks, why would he ever go to anything else?
But I don't get what happened because all it seems
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl.
You love side conversations when someone else is talking. You can talk.
No, I guess not.
But Big Ev, you can't just be Big Ev, you hear about this?
It was more of a quick fact check.
But I don't get
He
where.
didn't do much for him last year, though, right? That's the thing. That's why I was trying to
He was pretty big down the stretch.
Antonio Brown
Super Bowl though. Did he score? He definitely was big in the playoffs.
He was big in that Washington game.
He definitely was big in the playoffs.
He definitely did
He
stuff.
played well.
But I don't get. So they're saying that he was hurt. He said he wasn't ready to go. They asked him to go in because he played one play during the game.
Well, there was something I saw something where I guess he had certain incentives that he was pretty close to reaching for more money. I don't know if it was catches or yards, whatever it was, and that they were wanted him to get it, wanted him to play, and he was saying his ankle was not good enough to go. Apparently that was the riff. Apparently Brady yelled at him too, and that he freaked out. Obviously, no one really knows. We just have the video of when Mike Evans tries to basically tell him yo, don't leave, and he just basically says, "No, I'm leaving," and then that's it.
It's nuts. this was we all kind of like a psycho in sports or like a whack job, right? And so like the Laker fan, like Ron and you can use it as like a trump card of like when they signed Ron Artest back in the day and he hits that big three, it's like I told you it's all worth it. You know what I mean? So like, who's your favorite whack job in sports that you like have a sore spot for, or you'd be like, oh, if he was available, I want him on my team.
That's close. That's a good question.
I still
all time. Mine is still Ricky Henderson.
I'm trying to
Those
think
stories of
recent.
Ricky Henderson, like just being a whack job, are still all time for me.
But
I still
Manny
gotta
Ramirez.
yeah,
he's
he's probably the GOAT.
I like whack jobs not on my team though, because like OBJ on the team was exhausting.
Yeah.
Right.
It was all like he was,
It's so tough to have to keep like defending him over and over
yeah.
again.
Well,
like,
that's
you
what
have to
I'm saying.
keep-
When everyone's
yeah.
just trashing
You
and
have to
trashing
have
him.
so many different like angles to go at people.
It's
and
spin
shit.
zones left and right. Then it's always like 1 week they do something, the next week they do something. You got to defend that too.
Yeah.
Like with Odell, it was like 1 week he's hitting the fucking kicking cage, and then next week he's like launching his head at Josh Norman.
Yeah.
Well, you
It
saw
never
it.
ends.
You saw it play out with The Last Dance with Rodman, where it was like we put up with this guy because he fucking delivers. You know what I mean?
Rodman's
Like,
exactly.
the one that came to mind
Rodman's an
immediately for me
all-timer.
was our test.
yeah. If you
Obviously, he's not as good as somebody
I'll
like
give
he's
him
not as good
credit,
as like
though.
Manny Ramirez and the guys we just named, but Ron Artest, I feel like is like good defender. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he's like a nutcase, but he's like a.
If you
I feel like
watch-
he's weirdly like kind of a good guy, but also a nutcase.
if you watch his documentary, you do feel bad for him. I mean, he's legitimately like he had issues and whatever. But yeah, probably. I mean, Ron Artest probably up there. I say Rodman's up there.
Finish off football though. It's Bengals fucking awesome.
We're good for Joe Burrow,
Packers are the favorite to win the Super Bowl right now.
as they should be.
I'm not a big. When Eli Manning left, did you like cry?
I didn't cry. I didn't. No
You're
tears.
upset.
I was emotional though.
But like people, Big Ben's leaving. Yeah, he's
I would be
leaving.
emotional if I was a Steelers fan.
But I don't think emotional. I think it's just like he's like ruining the team. Like the Steelers
No.
have a good offense.
With the Giants, it was different because he just was like, he was bad. The team was bad. He was bad. I think with Big Ben, they've been much more competitive. I don't think he's been like as bad as Eli was
You put a
consistently
you put a
the
pretty good
last couple
quarterback
of
on the
years.
Steelers. They are a good team.
No,
With
for
that
sure, I
offense.
agree, but I don't think I think he's better probably right now than Eli was like his last year. Like Eli was able to like he got benched for the new guy. Like we drafted the kid in the first round. Team's bad, you got to play him. It was like a different situation.
understand being
I was
upset.
super upset. I mean, I told you before, like he was the starting quarterback from when I was like 8 years old till I was like 25. All I knew was Eli Manning as the quarterback. It was sad.
All right. Next, let's move on to New Year's Eve. Andy Cohen was drunk on live. What'd he do?
On New Year's Eve, this is kind of like his thing. Every year, he like keeps it loose. Like he gives out these
People
clips.
forget Glenny Balls was on Andy Cohen.
Really?
A night this testosterone heavy requires a bartender who knows his way around some balls. So at the bar from the sports comedy brand Barstool Sports, it's Glenny Balls. Glenny Balls. People are very excited you're here tonight. So
know.
happy you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Are you called Glenny Balls because your balls are really big? Or?
No, actually, like a year ago, I was making a New York Racing Association account to gamble on, and that was the name I settled upon, and that's
Wow.
what
I don't know what any of that means, but I like it.
He was the bartender.
For how long?
He did an episode.
Really?
Right, Balls?
You were the bartender for Andy Cohen? You were the bartender for Andy Cohen?
He goes, yeah, bro.
I'll watch What Happens Live?
Balls had one.
Wow.
Like Balls was like the most famous person in the world for like 2 months.
Crazy.
He was.
Yeah, but he was still committing mail fraud. Those are the dark years. We're all good now, though, Glenny. Yeah, he was shitting on de Blasio, like he was just hammered. It was I mean, New Year's Eve, you should have these clips.
And that one, the people got engaged and kissed with the mask.
Oh, God.
I hate people that get engaged on New Year's Eve. Do it on a random day.
You gotta be, how much money would it take you to go to that?
A lot.
Sit there, like, fish your pants, freeze your ass
Wearing
off.
diapers and shit.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, I don't see
Nothing
the
to
point.
do. The amazing thing I've heard, I've never been there or close by, but 12:15, 12:20, God, the place is a ghost town. Somehow they all get out in 20 minutes.
I think one of the most overrated things is the ball dropping. It's just a ball that drops. It makes who cares about it?
You can do it anytime.
You can literally
have a ball
drop
drop
that
right
ball
now.
right now and no one would blink an
A
eye.
little
When I was
10-second
little-
countdown.
I was confused when I was a little kid. I didn't know like what it was. I thought it was out in your street. Like you go out in front of your house and you get to see the ball. I was like 7, bro.
You went outside thinking it was.
I asked. I was like, my parents like, you get to
was
watch the
pretty
balls.
dumb.
Like, you're old enough now to stay up or whatever. Like I'm like, well, where's this ball? Like, is it outside? Like, no, well, it's somewhere else. Like I couldn't get the.
That explains a ton. It does. Yeah.
You still can't figure out anything.
I knew the ball wasn't in my backyard.
All right.
Naples, Italy. The mayor banned fireworks on New Year's Eve because of COVID.
What?
We'll put a little COVID in the fireworks.
I was like,
shoot 'em off,
fireworks,
they
they
go-
just spread
What do you-
COVID
do you-
out
do you think
through
those-
the community?
I'll tell you right now. You talking about bidding war? Those would be fucking huge. Imagine you have a problem with your neighbor. You go get some COVID fireworks, shoot them over the
See,
fence.
this is why I defend you a lot. That was a crazy person talking.
You
that
never
was-
had a
that
problem
was-
with a neighbor?
That was where your brain went to?
Yeah.
You want to just poison all your neighbors
Mine
with
was
I
COVID?
wouldn't say poison.
All my brain was.
Sniffles for a week.
That's crazy that you're. What's wrong with your neighbor?
He wants to just
Your
get
neighbor
everyone
takes your
COVID
phone
in
all
the
the
neighborhood.
time.
My neighbor takes my phone all the time. That's the problem. No, I've had some bad neighbors over the years.
You're the bad neighbor.
Absolutely not. You don't even think about me. I'm the bad
I
neighbor.
know everything about you. You're probably definitely the bad neighbor.
Definitely not.
You do garbage on the wrong days. You just tried to give your neighbors COVID through fireworks.
I didn't say that. I said hypothetically, that would be a bidding war for
You can hear him
COVID
at 9,
fireworks.
trying to put your kid to bed at 9 at night yelling at StubHub.
Oh, the best today on Pick Central, going back to Antonio Brown. Rico was explaining about like how it was bad that he just ran out when something went wrong. I was like, Cons came in and you ran out of your work.
Violates
he did the
my
same
contract.
exact thing, and you were like, man, fuck this guy.
I'm not playing on
That was,
team.
I think that was one of the first times like we watched like a real life Spider-Man meme like happen. Like he just mouthed it out loud.
Like, come on.
Mr. Bosco, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's a fresh
Happy New Year, guys. You got a little dapper.
beginning.
Listen for a minute? Oh, wow, yeah, I'll
right now.
So fresh beginning.
Happy New Year.
I'll blow that. Can I turn that into normal cash?
Rico, we need the 16 and a half.
No chance.
You just fucked me. First half, big time. It's your night too, right? Rico, we need the over 16 and a half. Fuck you. Fuck you. Varsity Stream, email on me and you fucking. Where's the Chinese food? I'm going to get it.
It's not ordered yet.
I mean, I can't. You gotta watch the game with a fucking call.
I know what's good for the team, though. Maybe Antonio Brown's misunderstood.
You guys would be great friends.
We would. Tell Danny Boy Hustle to put him in touch with me.
Danny Boy hustle hard.
Danny Boy Hustle hard.
Also, fireworks.
Overrated.
It's funny where it's like if you just like humans, we're all so dumb. If you just like make bright colors, we'll all just sit there like,
Whoa.
They're overrated, though. Fireworks overrated.
like chandeliers.
We just like to set shit on fire, basically.
Yeah,
Just
that.
watch it blow up.
Think about a chandelier. What's so special about a chandelier? It's just shiny. I like
Yeah.
shiny things. That's pretty much it. No.
We like to look up too. You notice
Love to
pattern.
look
We
up.
love to just look up.
I'll
I got
still-
those glasses.
That's where we put all the
That's
nice
why I got those
lights up
glasses.
top.
I'll still be like, look at that plane. Like,
Yeah, of course. Tall buildings.
Whatever. I do think COVID fireworks would be a bidding war.
all right. Let's put on that. College football, stupid.
It's not stupid.
There's no reason to play.
It's a rat
Everyone
race.
knew it was
No,
gonna happen.
no.
getting
There's
to
a reason
rat
to
race.
play.
It's a rat race.
Listen,
Bro.
we're getting the two best teams in the national championship. That's what the point of the season. That's what we got.
Yeah, but are we just wasting our time in the season? Like, why are
No,
we
there
getting
just
so
has to be a
worked up?
12-team playoff.
The thing before
I don't know about 12.
I think 12's.
the
why not
12
12?
would have been too
football-
many this year. Like, think about who would have been
No.
in.
It would have been like the last teams would have been like Utah and like Michigan State, like Pitt. Like that's not like we could have seen like a Pitt, like Ohio State. Like imagine Pickett Stroud
Hasn't there
doing
been
it out.
one-
Like Ole Miss Baylor could have been like a real matchup. Like these could have been like some great
I would have
games.
put Ole Miss in.
Hasn't there been one good college football playoff game?
Two.
Two?
Semis, two.
Yeah, I'm saying seven.
Ohio State, Clemson, like not last year, the year before, and then
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
Alabama.
Georgia when Baker was there.
Oklahoma,
That-
Georgia. Oklahoma,
That was a
Georgia.
crazy game.
Michigan didn't seem like they didn't sniff a chance in that game.
It just
Cincy,
was-
Cincy actually did okay.
Also,
They-
there's
their
no one else
defense
to play
held their
besides Cincy.
What?
I stand by that. There's no one else to put in besides.
No,
those are right
they
teams.
held their own. I mean, obviously, like Bama ran all over him, but I don't think there's a team they could have put there outside of that, like that could have like done better.
Yeah, it's just.
They just couldn't score. I said it's just the trench. It's just when you get to the like Bama, Georgia, like the offensive defensive line, it's different animals.
It's a rat race.
Just different animals.
And everyone's like, oh, maybe the SEC's kind of down this year. It's just like,
No,
oh,
they're top heavy.
Where we go, but it's not
They're
even
top-
top heavy.
they're
It's
top
just like-
heavy.
It's just they're the.
No, they are
college
the best,
football
like clearly, but
pisses me off so much because
a
we
rat
just
race.
know who's in it every year. That's it. But I know since he was in it, whatever.
basically to see Nick Saban to retire.
Yeah.
That's what like America is waiting for.
Betty White died. Very upsetting.
17 days before a hundo.
17 days.
R.I.P.
You know, didn't she do like a piece that like she was making it to 100?
Yeah, People Magazine.
She mushed herself.
You
We'll just
can't-
call it what it is. She mushed herself.
You can't. That's like saying you want to bet before winning a bet.
Yeah, she mushed.
You
point
just
blank,
can't do that.
mushed herself. She,
Rest in peace,
she counted her
Betty,
chickens
though.
before they hatched.
She was one of those like, man, she's always gonna be around.
Yeah.
I mean, she was old when we were.
Oh yeah, she's
Boom.
always been old.
What
Yeah.
is she? Have you seen her in a lot though? Like,
She's always just shows up
I
randomly.
know she's
on
an
shit.
icon. I'm not.
You know what she's always on? She's always on like. I feel like she's on like roasts.
Yeah. All right.
She's there for the. I don't know.
I
don't
did
know
see a
what
graphic.
fucking
How about
she does.
this?
I feel like Martha Stewart's like the roast girl.
Oh,
age-
I think I just mixed those
I don't
up.
think she's ever been on a road.
I think I mixed those
Martha
up.
Stewart's been on a few.
I'm just
Martha's
listening to
the,
this.
yeah, I switched.
Martha Stewart's not a roast.
They kind of look the same.
How about this? The age of the Golden
Oh, man.
Girls. I saw a TikTok the other day. Age of the Golden Girls is like 55, 54, 53. It's the ages currently of the reboot of Sex and the City. They're 55, 54, and 53 right now.
Does that do anything?
It's like just the way things are like people aren't as old anymore. Like Golden Girls back in the day were like they were making them like they were these geriatrics. They were 55 when they started filming it. Now like Carrie Bradshaw is still trying to like be hip. She's 55 years old. She's the same age as the Golden Girls.
I see what you're saying. Now.
we-
I,
like,
no,
we
I'm
used
not,
to-
you got me. I understand
Yeah,
the
it's
point you're
just-
making.
It's a good
They're
stat.
they're like in a midlife thing and like still hip and like trendy and going out for drinks and concerts.
They're like old, like back.
The
they were
Golden Girls
playing
fucking-
50, 55 year old
Yeah, I mean-
old ass ladies. Now they're playing them like they're like
yeah.
hot like milfs. Still just running around in New York City.
Right, yeah.
All right. After show, Tico and Nate are yelling at each other. They're both not here. I don't know
I
what
tried
the
to find
fuck's
this.
going
I didn't
on.
see what was
it's
going-
so Nate DM'd her saying never tweet about me, about the blog, right, Tommy? Tommy, you don't know this?
I don't. It's something where I think she was upset one of her blogs didn't get up, and Nate was like, "That's like Coley's the editor in chief. Stop tweeting at me." That's the extent of the situation I know, but it's just
I did see
What a
one.
duo.
There was one funny tweet I did see. Did
Casey, you
that?
got us? Is that what I'm saying?
Oh, you know.
So
It sounds
Tico,
like Casey's picked a side.
no, I haven't picked a side. I just know the situation. So Tico tweeted, Nate hasn't put up my best of 2021 blog yet. And then that's it. Didn't add him or anything. And then he DM'd her, don't ever tweet at me again. If you have any questions, ask Coley. And then she responded with, I didn't at you, like, calm down, bro, it's not a big deal. And then the next day spent like 2 hours just like crushing him on Twitter, like calling him like 5'4", wanting to talk about rough and rowdy,
Did
like
you
all
see
this shit.
the one tweet where the guy was like, "Oh, Nate's autistic"? She goes, "What? Nate's autistic?" Question
I
mark.
didn't
That
see
was
that.
just a tweet.
But if you go to
I
her
was like,
time,
you can't.
Dude, for
if you
real?
go to her timeline, like whatever day that was, like for like 2 hours, she was just going at him. He never tweeted about it. It was just he sent her the DM, which set her off.
Yeah. Well,
So that's the
Wild
story.
times.
Fucking baseball fans, man.
Yeah, baseball fans.
she does a beautiful rendition of Dance with Somebody. I want that on record.
I just think referring to corny white people as baseball fans is so
It's
fucking
very
funny.
funny, yeah, very
so
funny.
funny.
Mincy's got girlfriends. That's a thing. And he was getting mobbed in.
Legend.
He couldn't even move on Bourbon Street.
Move on Bourbon Street. Let the man breathe.
Rico's taking attendance in the office. That's a scumbag move.
Cannot confirm or deny.
So what's the system if you were to do it?
I would have a Excel sheet that someone showed me.
He did say Riggs has an E up until January of 2023 already.
He is an earner.
I'm just, you're the
Excuse
guy.
absence.
All right.
If he was doing
If
it,
I was doing
if he was
it,
doing it, Riggs would have an E
So what
for
about
the
Dave?
rest of the year.
What?
What about Dave?
Ease. He's not even really on it. Like, what you bringing out? I'm gonna turn it into him with it. Like,
Yeah.
keep track.
I don't know. I thought
If I was doing it,
he went up to PFT today and goes, PFT, just letting you know if I'll fudge the numbers in your way if you need.
if you need.
And PFT's
yeah,
like,
if you need.
I work
I
6
get
days a
Hypothetically,
week.
of course. Hypothetically, if he was
6 days a
taking
week
attendance.
I'm here. Why the fuck would I need you to?
I'm just saying. Hypothetically.
TJ's mom brought in brownies today, and Dave wrote mooge on it.
I don't like that.
No thanks, TJ. No thanks.
Disavow. Strict disavow.
Funny.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Funny. And then lastly, Dave shot a half-court shot. Bad shot. What were we gonna say?
Said his arms hurt.
The shoulder,
His shoulders are
it's been
bad.
well, I've been his shoulder, bum shoulder.
I couldn't believe he did the second shot. After the first shot, you know you're not making that next one.
The guy,
gotta
I
feel
thought
it
we had a
in the
little entrapment. The guy throwing him another ball.
Yes.
Like when you come up that short the first one, you can't just.
He
Yeah,
should
the
have.
Magic are. They know what they're doing.
thing
They're,
is,
they're
it was
in the
on a
lottery.
It was on a
they're doing.
line.
What?
It was on a line.
It was online.
Yeah.
I'll give
Or is
him
it
that.
maybe a goaltend?
But he should have. He should have Jose Canseco'd himself after the first one. Just
Man of integrity.
She just
Just
threw,
went
just
down.
threw the ball back.
Just,
Just been like, I can't.
my
I'm out.
arm's done so. Is there anything else?
I
that's
got a little
happened?
post-show tidbit for you. I just saw on Twitter, just as NFL related. But if the Colts lose to the Jaguars Sunday, you see this?
Yeah.
I
The
wanna actually
Raiders
talk about it, yeah.
Chargers
Unreal.
game. If they tie, so they flex it Sunday night. If they tie on Sunday night, they're both in. So if the Colts lose to the Jaguars at 1 o'clock, then the prime time Sunday night game could just be them taking knees the entire game.
I don't
Because
understand.
they'd be like, if we tie, we're both in.
I know
Why
it's-
risk it?
I'm not even being like
But,
strict. Why
but
wouldn't
can
you?
can anyone get? Does one get in and the other doesn't if they win?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But why would that matter? If they don't care, as long as they
Think
both get
it's-
in.
No, you don't put professional athletes will not agree to kneel the entire game.
As a coach,
Somebody's gonna go out there
as
and
a
try
coach,
and win that
why
game.
wouldn't you be like, I'm guaranteeing myself get in
Yeah.
and knee the
Yeah,
ball?
playing like going all out, you're risking losing the playoff
You're
spot.
giving yourself a 50% chance
You
to miss the
guys are-
playoffs or a
I
100%
get
chance to
what
make
you're
it.
saying.
100%.
And no
get what you're
injuries, like
saying.
you go in fully
At
healthy
one
with your
point,
team.
Somebody's gonna try and win that game for at least.
Every coach's
No way.
dream is to be like, I have 100% get in, and none of my players can get hurt. That's a
You
dream.
really think that both teams are gonna take knees?
I
that
don't.
entire
I'm
game?
not saying they're
Nah.
going to, but why wouldn't you?
Incredible. Best game ever.
Imagine just taking the under. I'd just be sitting there smiling the whole time. I'd be like, this is awesome. Watch it all day.
Imagine they
Live,
like.
they make it like
just keep
three
just
and a half,
hammering the
three,
under live, just
2.5.
3 points. Just
Imagine
smash,
they
smash,
like
smash.
did like they came out and said we're gonna knee it. Would you take the over at a half a point
No.
just in case?
No.
There could be fumbles. There could
No.
be
Somebody
They
lies.
could lie and
That's
go
like
out
the
there.
that's like the great game show that I talked about.
That would turn into the all-time just like pissing match. If
Yeah.
like they just like sit all of a sudden the fourth quarter, the guy just like
Yeah.
they just run a play.
I've said this.
Like
It's
a-
the best.
a Players could go rogue,
you just
bro.
you take like 20 knees in a row. You just lull the defense to sleep.
Yeah, a
the
player
best-
could
You
go
just
rogue.
run one go route and just hope you beat them.
It's the
But
best-
see, the problem is if you miss, then chaos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like imagine you just take a deep shot and you don't hit it. Then it's you're both just looking at each other like fuck you, fuck you. Now
was
it's
on-
all right. We're playing now.
It was on NBC for a little period of time. Best game show I've ever seen. They whittle it down from 5 people to 2. Long story short, they get the 2 people in front of each other. They have Tommy's showcase worth $55,000, Nick's showcase worth fucking $30,000, whatever it was, and they let them talk. And they're like, all right, here's how it works. If you both hit, take it all. You each get nothing. But if you both hit split, you both get your own showcases. If one of you hits take it all and the other hits split,
okay.
that guy gets both. So they're talking like, hey, you have a family, like you have kids, like let's just hit the split, take the tie. Everyone's like, okay. And sure as shit, somebody would hit the fucking take, and that guy would be fucked.
Why reality
And it was-
TV is the best of
What?
like
that
the
was
challenge
it was
with
on
Giant
for
Bananas.
show so short. I would watch a 3-hour supercut of just those 2 people. Like the leading up to it was kind of stupid, but the final part was the best to me because it's that. It's like
No,
who's
that
gonna
is
blink,
crazy,
Who's
yeah.
gonna blink first? It was awesome.
All right.
I think it was like Take It All or something like that. You look it up. It was fucking unbelievable.
You guys got anything else?
No.
All right.
Rick's Saturday.
What?
Rick's Saturday.
Yes.
Michigan, must-win game.
Bench Bob live show, 12 o'clock, Rick's, Ann Arbor. That's the rundown.